What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Legend Bowl video on the channel. And in today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I wanted to check out some of these simming stats with the ability to now have the separated sim stats and the separated sim length of the quarters and the play of the quarters, and being all the way up to 15 minutes. I wanted to test out and see how realistic these stats are and see what we can have happen here. These are the regular rosters with Legend Bowl. None of the modded rosters like I did last time for the NFL, but you guys can see here some quarters changing to 15. I did end up changing the regular quarters to 15. I have no clue if that plays a role in anything, but I ended up changing that as well. So we'll check out, see how some of the stats come out, and see how they look in the video for the season. So we'll sim through the season. We're going to be playing as the New England Minutemen, and we shall see how the team can do and how some of the stats look. So that's pretty much it. I might do a second one going back and doing the NFL mod and simming the entire season and seeing what would happen. Because last time I did it, there was injuries. The injuries were messed up. So some of the starting quarterbacks, if you guys didn't see that video, didn't end up actually playing, and a ton of the backups ended up playing and stuff like that. So I may sim this again with the NFL mod just to see how realistic the stats look for there. But you guys can check out here, halfway through the season, we're about 9 games in. I think we're 2-7. The team right now is 2-7. You can say halfway through the season, the Jacksonville quarterback throws 46 touchdowns, 7 interception, and over 4,000 yards. Absolutely insane. 9 games through the year. The rushing stats look fairly similar, fairly realistic. 6 touchdowns on the ground, about 600 or 700 yards. Nothing too crazy. Receiving already over 1,000 9 games in, and 14 touchdowns for Gentry there. Absolutely insane stats there. Defensively, 4 sacks is the most. 6 interceptions is a lot halfway through the year. So I guess we'll see if those numbers can come down a little bit. And then kicking or punting, punt returns and kick returns. No kick return touchdowns, and just a couple punt return touchdowns there so far. So not too bad, but you guys can see it's kind of interesting seeing how some of the stats play out. 46 touchdowns halfway through the year. Our quarterback got 24-6, I think that was. So pretty insane there. You can check out where some of the teams rank. So Jacksonville, number 1 in offense, 30th in special teams, and 30th in defense, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty funny to see some of the teams that are number 1 in defense and then just being like Buffalo Steel, 24th in offense and 32 in special teams. It's pretty interesting to see, and pretty crazy how in depth some of the stats go and some of this in the seasons mode and everything like that. But we're gonna sim through the entire year and get through it all. I just want to show you guys, go through in depth everything in the stats. And then we shall sim through and head to the end of the year and see where the team ends up finishing. I think we're 2-7 so far, so we'll have to sim through the end of the year and see where we end up finishing. And we end up missing the playoffs there, and finished the season 6-10. So not a great year for us. You can check out where the teams ended up finishing. You can see the Storm, the Jacksonville, ended up going 8-8, and the top team in the Western Conference went 12-4. But we're going to check out some of these stats for the year and check and see how realistic they end up coming. But we can check out here, we have a couple high numbers. Randolph throwing 70 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. So we had 4 guys break the passing touchdowns record. So that's absolutely insane. 70 absolutely demolished it. And then we had 4 quarterbacks with over 6,000 yards and Randolph with 6,700. A couple players with over 20 interceptions. On the ground, the stats looked at least pretty realistic. A couple players with 1,000 yards. Under double-digit touchdowns, which was a little weird, but nothing too crazy there. Receiving 1,800 yards. Absolutely insane. And then Gentry over here tying Randy Moss's record with 23 receiving touchdowns. So that's insane there. And then defensively, we can check out some of the stats here. Sacks 7, a little low, but it is what it is. And then 9 interceptions. I guess that's fairly competitive, a little inflated there, I guess, but nothing too crazy. And then we're going to check out some of the kick returns and punt returns. So 1 kick return and a handful of punt returns on the year. We're going to end up simming through the entire playoffs and everything like that, so you guys can check out what the teams end up doing. But our quarterback threw 49 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, and our receivers had a pretty good year. And our running game was a little rough. But you guys can see here some of the teams that are up and high. You can see Jacksonville, number 2 on offense, but bottom 30 in special teams and defense as well. So pretty interesting just to see how a wide disparity there are in teams and you know, they ended up going 8-8. So it's interesting to see how their offense was so crazy, but their defense and special teams was just not working and was not good at all. So definitely interesting to see how some of the simming scenarios work and how everything in the sim kind of works. So I'll probably, like I said, head out and put the NFL mod on and then sim the entire season and see what would happen with the new update and making sure that the injuries aren't messed up like they were last time. So I'll probably sim through that and see what ends up happening. So you guys can get ready and check out that video in a couple weeks, probably maybe not next week, but the week after that probably. But we're gonna sim through the entire playoffs. I think the recording ended up getting a little bit messed up here, so it might jump around a little bit. So the newspapers might jump around and it might not seem as smooth. So I do want to apologize about that. But we're gonna sim through the playoffs, divisional. And then there's newspaper that pops up, so I actually think they're cool. I love the newspaper in this game, but it is a little messed up. But I think it's the New York Metros actually ended up winning. You guys can check that out here. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, next week there'll probably be a gameplay video up of Legend Bowl, and then the week after that I'll probably have do the resim of the NFL season and with the new update so the injuries aren't messed up and everything like that. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the new videos. And I'll see you guys in next week's video. See you guys.